Don't get married because you're feeling lonely. That's the wrong reason to get married. You should get married because you're complete, you're happy, and you're ready to bring happiness to that relationship.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Nemi, and today I want to be sharing with you guys. I think I'll give you guys like 7 to 8 points why you are not ready to get married. And these points, I have thought about it, and I feel like these are like very good points that we miss out and we make mistakes when it comes to marriage. Like, we don't think about it. And I'm telling you, people make these mistakes every day. The very first sign is like, oh, I've always wanted to get married since I was a child. I saw my parents, how my dad treated my mom. I'm just like, excuse me. If that's the reason why you want to get married, you are not ready to get married. Because if you're thinking about marriage, because marriage is not just a thing about you saw your parents, they had this good marriage, because every marriage works different, right? So you talking about, oh, I saw my parents, they had this glamorous marriage, and so I want to get married because how my mom, and then we play marriage in our head. And like when we were growing up, we saw our mom cooking, taking care of the house. And that's one of the things that women, we think about, when we think about marriage, like the cooking part, taking care of the kids and doing all those extra stuff, right? So if you're thinking about that, if that's the reason why you want to get married, you are not ready to get married, okay? Sit down somewhere. They should be your role model, but it shouldn't be the reason why you want to get married. Point number 2, people want to get married because they're thinking about the big day, the wedding. There's a marriage after a wedding. The wedding is just a one-day thing. We want to impress people. Especially when it comes to females, like we want our gown to be like $10,000. We want the ring to be expensive. We want the venue to be like this and all that. And God is saying marriage is just between two people. Marriage is not about the whole crowd that is going to be there, because everyone is going to go home, and it only takes 5 hours or 7 hours event, and after that, or a day event, let me put it that way. You go to church, and then there's a reception in the evening, and after that you party so hard, and that's it. And then you have to deal with this person for the rest of your life. So if you are going to get married to somebody because you're thinking about the big day, what dress you're going to wear, how you're going to impress people, my love, you are not ready to get married. And it's not just the females that I speak to. I speak to the males too, because there are some men that think that way too. They think about the big day, everything that comes with that wedding day, but they don't think about the aftermath of the wedding, which is the marriage, which has to do with consistent work, commitment. There's so much that has to be put into marriage, and we put all those efforts towards the wedding and not the marriage. I've seen people take 2 years, a year to plan a wedding, even some people have even taken 3 years, because they want perfection. They want that day to be perfect. And we don't put that effort. We do not put the same effort to make our marriage work. I'm going to go with point number 3. Point number 3. My friends are getting married. I want to get married. Oh my God. Sarah just got married, so I'm going to get married. You should not get married because your friends are getting married. If that's the reason why you want to get married, you are not ready to get married, my love. You are not. You should not. There is a timing for everyone. You should enjoy your singlehood. I have never been in a competition with anyone. I have never looked at any of my friends and say, this person is getting married and I'm depressed about it. I have never. I'm not saying this just because I'm on YouTube to make anybody feel, no, I have never. Almost everyone around me is married. Why don't I feel like the need to get married? Even if I feel the need to say, okay, I'm ready, it's not because my friends are married or they're getting married. Because I've had so many friends, they have been married for 10 years, 13, 14, but I've never thought about it that this person is getting married So this is the reason why I want to get married. I want you to enjoy your singlehood. There is a time and a season for everyone. And if it's not your time and if it's not your season, enjoy it. Do not make mistake and make the mistake to get into a marriage or be with someone that is not for you, that God has not designed for you. Enjoy being single. And when it's your season, God is going to give you your bone to your bone and your flesh to your flesh. I am going to go to the next point, which would be point number 4. Point number 4, I want to have, I want to get married because, I want kids. That's a big point. If you're going to get married because you want kids, you're not ready. If having children is going to keep a marriage, a lot of marriage would not be crashed. Because let me tell you, kids do not keep marriage. What keeps marriage is commitment between two people, the communication, the love, the willingness to say, you know what, I don't care what happens. I'm going to stay in this marriage and I'm going to make it work. So if you think, oh, I'm going to get married. I'm so excited to get married because, when I get married, when we have kids, that's, it's going to solidify my marriage. It's not. If that's the reason why you want to get married, no. You should have a solid reason why you want to be married, not to have kids. There are so many single parents, so many children that their parents have separated, they're divorced, they're not married anymore, and the kids could not keep them together. Even when they cried and said, please mom, please dad, don't do this to us. Because marriage is not about kids. It's about two adults that are willing to work it and be committed. So do not be a victim and do not make that mistake to say, you know what, I'm going to get married because I want kids. Another reason I want to talk to you guys about is if you want to get married because you're feeling void, you're feeling that void, you're like, you know what, I'm lonely, I don't have anyone around me. I have all these accomplishments. There's nobody around me. There's no one talking to me. And I need a man. I need a lady. That should not be the reason why you want to get married. You're making a mistake. You are going to regret it. Feeling lonely should not be the reason why you want to get married. We should have this self-worth. Be complete before you seek to be with someone else, because they're not going to make you happy. I've been in a situation where I was even in a relationship and I was not happy. I still felt that emptiness. Have you been in a relationship where you still feel like, you're not happy? Like, leave a comment in the comment section below where you feel like, okay, I'm in a relationship. I thought like this relationship is going to work, like it's going to make me happy. You are in a relationship where your presence is not even being acknowledged. So if you want to be in a relationship or you want to be in a marriage because you feel like I am lonely and I just want someone to go home to, you are making a big mistake. If you're a female, you're a male. That is a no to a no. I think that's like a big reason why people get married. Like they feel like they're lonely and they feel like, I'm lonely, why, I come home, I don't have anybody to talk to, and some random person talks to you and you're just like, you know what, I'm in love with him, and you settle. Don't settle. Wait for the right person. I'm telling you, this phrase we hear it all the time. No one is going to fill that void. No one is going to make you happy. You have to be happy within your soul, within your spirit. You have to bring that happiness to the relationship, into the relationship. Don't expect it from the person. If you want to get married because you're like, you know what, the romance, and I'm going to be in this relationship, and he's going to take me to vacations, I'm going to have fun and all that stuff. If that's the reason why you want to get married, you are not ready to get married, my love. Because if thinking about the fantasy, like, oh, I'm going to go on a vacation, I'm going to do this, and you know how we have this social media, fantasy that people put out there, and they make it look like, oh, they go on a vacation and they do all this fun stuff, and we have the movies, and that's what all marriage is all about, like, going on trips, having fun. No, You are not ready. Because I'm telling you, there are times you're going to hate that person. There are times that you feel like you want to kill them. And there are times that you can't even stand their presence. So if you're thinking about getting married because, you want to have so many vacations, why not take solo vacation? Why not do those fun stuff with your girlfriends? Because I'm telling you, you are not going to be fulfilled. You're not going to be happy in that marriage. If all you're thinking about is the trips and the romance, it's not going to make you happy. I'm going to go to point number 7. A lot of people think about sex, especially men. Oh my God. Especially when it comes to sex, that people want to get married because they want to start having sex, it comes with Christians. Like, if you are a Christian and that's the reason why you want to get married, you are not ready. Because I'm telling you, a lot of people think about, like, you know what, I don't want to be on God's bad side, and I don't want to be on my pastor's bad side, and I don't want to feel the guilt of having sex without being married. So you know what? I'm going to have sex right now. Sorry, I'm going to get married, and so that way I can start having sex, so it doesn't look like I've sinned against God and man. You are not ready. Why would you even think about getting married because you want to have sex? If that's the reason, you have not found the one. Because if that's the reason why you want to get married, you make a wrong choice. Sex shouldn't be the reason why you're getting married. And a lot of Christians do that. Pray to God. Ask the Holy Spirit to help you if you don't want to be lost. My last point is age. I am guilty. I am guilty. I'm not going to be here and be like, oh my God, I'm not guilty. But one thing about it, the age thing is, it doesn't kill me. The age thing doesn't make me to make the wrong decision, because I'm very conscious. It plays in my head, Nemi, you're this age, and because women, we have a time now when it comes to having a baby. We have the menopause, we have all that stuff. People get married and people have kids, very late age, in their 40s, in their 50s. But there's so many things that have to come with that. Sometimes you can have kids that have disability. Sometimes you might not be able to have kids anymore when it gets to a certain age. But with men, you can get married at any age. Even a man that is 80 can pregnant a woman. But with women, we don't have that luxury. So when it comes to age, yes, I am guilty. But let me tell you, I am very conscious that I am not going to let that make me settle. But if I come here and tell you that I'm lying, that I'm not aware of it, I am very much aware of it. And, it comes to you like, oh, you're this age now, right? And very soon, after this, in how many years now? Let me sound like my typical Nigerian. Let me sound like a typical Nigerian girl. It's like, very soon now, you're this age. You won't have, you might not have kids again, no. And I say this not to be funny, but it is a reality that women go through, that when you get to a certain age, to have kids, it becomes a problem. So that's why a lot of women settle. And, men would say, oh, she settled because, she's been with so many guys, she's done that. No, sometimes it doesn't even have to be with that. Sometimes people want kids, they want the family unit. And this is a crucial time when you're in your 30s, mid-30s, late 30s, even early 30s. People just want to settle because they're scared and they want kids and they want this family unit. But I'm here to tell you that should not be the reason, because you can do it and go into it for 5 years and be done and be divorced. And bring kids to this world that don't have their parents together, and just because you're being selfish and because you're thinking about your age should not be a reason. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Adios. Bye bye.